We are coming to you from the Bay Area in California. Max Newton is in Berkeley, and he's been a songwriter and wonderful guitarist I've known for several years. And I asked Max a little while ago if he'd like to join me in a show, and so and he was kind enough to do so. So this should be fun. Okay, we're going to play a few songs and tell some stories, maybe, and we'll see what all goes on. So I'm going to start here first. We'll see how this plays. And I may not see any comments you have while I'm playing, but I will react afterwards. And let's see. I'm going to start with a political song I wrote. I think it's political. It's history now. Back when Saddam Hussein was hiding and America was looking for him, I wrote a song. So he had yet to be found. But I wrote a song from that would be what I thought he might be thinking. And I'm sure that it wasn't, but it's my take on that. This is called Scorpion Oil. I wait in a room like the ovens of hell. Outside are the friends who will die if they tell. Are the clouds in the sky were made by my son, by burning the blood of our sand when our kingdom was stung. I sit as close to me as you dare, and I'll tell you what I see while I crouch in my bunker and stare. Bush said that I'd kill the Kuwaiti Emir, that I tried to kill his own daddy dear, that Al-Qaeda soldiers, you ran out of Kabul. I pulled to my breast, do you think I'm a fool? Did you think that the prayer knives of the Taliban were duller than Alamo Bowies slitting throats Mexican? He said my regime was a gathering danger, that I'd have the bomb in less than a year, that we had dozens of long-range missiles and gases and poison biological pistols, that the UN inspectors were just clowns in a crowd, and that my smoking gun would include you in its mushroom cloud. And the proof that I hid it was that I didn't show it, and though they were lying, man, they claimed not to know it, like the politic handshake that sent men to fight with American toxins in a double-crossed night. But they knew I'd remember these venomous spikes of American bullets delivered from Iran's gun sights. Now my dollars no longer invade Palestine. But the suicide bombers somehow still toe the line. Yes, I murdered my in-laws and I tortured my friends, and I gasped the courage so you never intend. You let rise to power over your oil slick control. Me and your cronies, we smell of the same rotten coal. Well, maybe you'll kill me, and maybe you'll not, and maybe you'll dig a democracy plot. Until then I'll wait with my guns and my gas, and I'll curse the Israelis and I'll sit on my ass, and I'll watch the scorpions cover themselves in the sand. Were you thinking at all when you saw Rumsfeld shake my hand?
Yay! You know, I was listening to that the other day, and it made me think that if only David Bowie had ever written political songs, he would have written a song like that.
Yeah, at some point, he had a few politics he went through, but that's very nice. I'll take that.
Yeah, no, it's got a very, very David Bowie vibe to it.
Ah. All right. Well, I'm going to hand off again for those of you that just joined. I wrote that many years ago when Hussein was still in hiding and America hadn't found him. And it's kind of interesting looking back on it, as it's more historical now than political, because our politics have, I think, changed a great deal. But it's interesting in with that history. So let me turn this over. Max Newton from Berkeley is going to do a song. We're going to trade back and forth, and we're going to go on for an hour, maybe 2 hours, something like that. We've got a few that we're going to play at. So, Max, take it.
Okay. So this is a song that was actually written back when Reagan was president. And it's a kind of a song. It was about hopefulness, and it's still relevant. Now we may not live long enough to see this world put right, but we can celebrate our little dreams tonight. So come celebrate a world of children with stomachs full of food, with laughter in their schoolyards and learning in their schools, with roofs above their heads at night and pillows full of down, with doctors when they need them and circuses with clowns. So come celebrate, come celebrate, come celebrate tonight. Come sing and dance and celebrate that time we put things right. So come celebrate a world of beauty, with healthy living things, with air that does not burn your eyes, rain that does not sting, with with oceans free of oil spills and beaches free of sludge, with food not grown with poisons and instead with care and love. So come celebrate, come celebrate, come celebrate tonight. Come sing and dance and celebrate that time we put things right. And so come celebrate a world of peacefulness, where the work is done by noon, as the chores get shared by everyone, and the world belongs to you, and where no one makes a profit, causing other people pain. Now some folks say that's crazy, but who's to say that they're sane? So come celebrate, come celebrate, come celebrate tonight. Come sing and dance and celebrate that time we put things right.
All right, Max.
A little hopefulness there, you know.
Yeah, how about that? Where'd that come from?
Yeah, really, you know. I was a younger man in those days.
Let's see. Folks here, Susan Russell. Hiya. Long time, long time. Delighted that we met up again on Facebook. This is one thing that Facebook is very, very useful for. So I'm delighted that you're on here. And I hope you like the music. I hope everybody does. Let's see. This next song we're going to go on for an hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that, while we stay amused and everyone else does too. Here is a song that I wrote about a year ago. And oh, Max, before I forget, you might turn your volume down a little bit. It's distorting a little bit, and it's probably part of the message we got before that yours was a little loud on there.
Okay, great. Will do.
So that's cool. So let's see. In just for Cocoa Beach, I've got a image from the Mars rover in the lander and back of me, fresh from Mars, and that's cool and amazing. What a thing! All right, here's a song. I can't imagine not imagining you. We see each other every day. I still see you when I look away. You're a light within my heart, I swear it's true. And though it seems within my mind your beauty leaves me blind, I can't imagine not imagining you. Words escaping from your lips, the colors, all their meanings give, the timbre of your breath that feels so cool. And though we know each other and you see all of me clear through, I can't imagine not imagining you. $50 in my pocket. There's a place with good live music up the road. If you'd like to walk along with me, we can share a joint with just some tea and relax our eyes and listen to the music playing free. Light rain falls from far above, it anoints the brow that I so love. It taps against these leaves and branches too. And though we stayed together for years in these redwoods do, I can't imagine not imagining you. Thank you. This is yes, it's good when you're with someone else because you do get a built-in claptrap, so to speak. Built-in claptrap, exactly. All right, back to you, Max. Introduce yourself a little bit, Max.
Hi. Hi, yeah, I'm Max. How's the sound now, by the way? Is it less distorted? Okay, good. Let's see. I'm old. When I'm in the grocery store and they ask, "How are you today, sir?" I always say, "Old, fat, and happy. 3 out of 3 ain't bad." I'm that kind of person. I was the class clown. So a lot of my songs have that combination of the class clown and the sad class clown. This song is sort of an old romantic song. Back when I was a heavy drinker, and I would always get crushes on the impossible women, and this is a song about one of those impossible crushes. Actually, I just realized that I have another sound going. Okay, it's called Lucky Lovers. When I see your face, I just have to smile. It kind of rearranges my heart for a while. But what I want to tell you, I can never say, 'cause there's someone already standing in the lane. I don't understand why you're nice to me, and I want to make it seem like more than it could ever be. 'Cause sometimes when I look up, our eyes seem to touch, but you're there on your throne, and I'm here in my cup. This romantic love, we can't be sure it's really real. But what a pretty lie, what a lovely way to feel. So raise a cup to Valentine, saint of love and joy, and bless the lucky lovers and nature's other toys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I shall now mute.
All right, and yeah, what we're doing, we're trading 4.5 minutes of silence, and each one of us is playing a song, the other one is playing the classical John Cage piece. So here's another song that I have called "The Republican's Lament," and it is, ever since I wrote it, it has never fallen from being anything but as true as I can imagine. Um, wearing my politics on my sleeve. I mean, it's more than politics. I mean, you just have to have some perception of the world here. All right. So, 2013, I wrote this. I barely see the door I came in. Can't understand this compromise. My secrets all have just gone viral. All I can do is rub my eyes. How many ears have heard our stammers? How many nightmares do we dream? How many throats release their breathing into this vacuum in between? I will forget you, and though I'm desperate to reveal these fitful shadows that surround us, Christ, we all seem so unreal. The kid who spoke to me so quietly, he'll raise the stakes, I heard him say. Though he professes worldly wisdom, he seems provincial all the way. I will forget you, though now this day is cast in rhyme. It's not your truth that I am after, and all your words just waste our time. Oh. Where is the soldier who carries me to safety? Who is the mirror that proves I exist? Where is the thief who leeches all my pain? Who is the lover to sanction all my lies? Where is the patriot to die for me? Bubbles escaping from a diving bell, my thoughts emerging incomplete. You feel the trembling of our bodies. I blame our pain upon the weak. I will forget you, though we hold our hands today. Royals blind trudge on in spirals. Those who stumble sink away. Oh. All right.
Yay! So, one of the things we talked about doing here, everybody, was that we would also play some videos. I've been doing a lot of videos lately, and frankly, I'm finding that more fun than anything else. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over to that. I'm going to change my sound input and output. And if it's not working, I'll look up and see, and Robert will wave at me frantically if it's not working. This first one, I'm going to go ahead with, since this is about a beach thing, Cocoa Beach. This is actually the opposite coast as far as where I live, but it's a song that involves some visuals. It's called Close to Love. And I'm going to go ahead and switch things. Take just a few seconds here. And I shall share my screen. Stealing the waves on the open sea, crunching the rail, the hungry And now I'm back to the real world.
Lovely. That's a great song.
Thank you
I
very
haven't
much.
heard that one. That's lovely.
Thank you.
And I love your playing. That is continual.
Thank you.
Sure. Thank you. I hope everyone is enjoying this. Max and I are trading back and forth, and we're going to go on for an hour and a half, something like that. And this is fun. I'm going to also try a video, and I'll be watching for Max's thumbs up or thumbs down just to make sure that the sound works on the video. And I think I'm going to play one a couple of you may have heard before, but I was very pleased. My group music project, 14 Bindlestick Frank, and I were able to play a couple songs at last year's Michael McFall's holiday party, which was wonderful. And we did nothing political, but we're very happy to get the chance to play. But we were all, of course, in our separate places, and there are three of us often in the group. So this is Tom Gehring, Roger Winkleman, and myself. And we have a song that we do, I've been playing for many years, called Orchids on the Orinoco. And what we did was use a piece of software, a software set actually, called Jack Trip. And that was created by Karma at Stanford. And I've been working with them a little bit on documentation. I'm not doing anything in the software field with them. But this is a way that people who are distant from each other can still get together and play synchronously, play together at the same time. As everyone knows, with this image in back of me, that it takes a while for sound and image to move around this world. And it moves at the speed of light through wires as far as the digital media goes. But even that takes a while. And this is what Jack Trip does, is it gets the sound to everybody fast enough so that you can play together. And so what I'm going to show is an example that the three of us played. What you will hear, we were playing synchronously, although this is pre-recorded now. And I cut the video to the synchronized music. So in a moment, this will come up, and Max will let me know if it doesn't play. I hope it does. This is what I hope. Let's see. First, I have to tell it to do this. Dun, dun. I've got so many windows open here. Nope. No one knew what they called themselves. No one saw where they'd gone. We only heard the words of a bird. They taught to speak their tongue.
on the Orinoco, drifting with the flood, scattered by time's arrows, murmurs in the blood. Shattered masks spike the dancing ground. Sacred horns starve for breath. And still we heard the words of a bird as meaningless as death. Orchids on the Orinoco, drifting with the flood, scattered by time's arrows, murmurs in the blood. Cook fire, ashes, pale as bone, foot-worn paths all overgrown, palm-wrapped mummies tombed in stone, jaguar glare and insect drones. What whispers passed in their hammocks? What did they name the night? All that we heard were words from a bird with blooms, banana bright. Orchids on the Orinoco, drifting with the flood, scattered by time's arrows, murmurs in the blood. Yay! I love the tick 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 tick. That was especially, and the bass, of course, was very nice too. But yeah, very nice composition there.
Thanks. Yeah, that's my friend Ethan Place wrote the lyrics to it. We did a few songs together, and he's a incredible writer. So it was a good group.
I like the bananas bright. That was choice. Tell him he did good.
I will. I think I've told him that before.
That's good. That's good.
Okay, I turn it back to you.
Okay, thanks. So Why don't we go with something that's a happy song? I actually do have a few happy love songs. Um, this is one of them. Nope, that's not it. Honey, butter, honey and bread, honey, butter and bread. Honey bakes bread just like Mama did. Golden crust just makes me sigh. Toast with butter and honey all over it. I'll take it over pumpkin honey in my arms, dancing in the kitchen, socks on the linoleum, slip and slide. Honey getting down, everything a twitching. Life's just better with honey at my side. Yeah, honey, butter, honey and bread. Honey got a real job down in the city, works in a pawn shop, man, she's tough. We can always use the extra money, and honey brings home awesome stuff. Sweet and all the breeze and flowers somehow find a way to get it done. Wild and free and strong and bright, but there's a little sting behind the fun in the sun. Honey got a fiddle, honey got a zither, honey got a way to make 'em cry. Honey got a way of saying, come hither, I think we're having fun tonight. 'Cause honey been lately looking at little ones, I know because I watch her eyes. Yeah, homemade bread will fill little bellies, and honey always satisfies. Honey, butter, honey and bread. That's my honey.
Whew. That's great. These are all nice. I haven't heard a lot of these, and it's a pleasure to hear them.
I'm glad I was able to dig something out.
All right, let's see. I'm gonna put on my real background because I actually have a studio at Stanford with cameras and everything, and I try so hard to get the if I do a green screen to get it to cut out just right, and um, this is Bolex weather is what this is. I had a note from Bob Burns, who's with us. He's a old friend, speaking of video, from Synapse in Syracuse many lifetimes ago. And Bob has gone on, like others on here that are on listening to have a wonderful career in television, video, and such. He's a wonderful producer. Um, but he asked about if there's any lag that when you use Jack Trip, um, and can you tell that there's a lag? Um, there are settings that you can use with Jack Trip. I'm just going to give a very short technical piece here, just a minute. And you essentially need to balance the quality of the sound, in other words, the bandwidth you're using, um, with the lag that you get. Also, distance does make a difference. If you're nearby, within 50 miles, you can get it pretty much instant. There may be a slight um, delay, but you can get it out of it. You will not notice it if it's tuned well. And there are people who play between continents using it, and they will have some slight delay, but it's entirely usable. And there are groups of 90 singers and choruses that all have little Jack Trip virtual studios, which is what I'm holding in my hand here. There's about $150, and you can pick one up. You need an Ethernet connection to the internet because it has to be very fast, and a Wi-Fi connection is too slow. But if you set it up right, you can minimize that lag time, the latency, down to where you won't notice it. So given that you're close enough, et cetera, et cetera. So that's an answer for you. And mostly, try it out. We'll play some music together. That would be wonderful. Let's see. Okay, the next piece that I'm going to play is a recent piece. Of course, I have to find it here first. I hope I find it while it's still recent. Let's see. This is one that, hasn't it been wonderful that Trump hasn't been the first thing on your mind when you wake up, and the last horrible thought that you have when you slide into your nervous dreams. It certainly has been, but I wrote this back when Trump was still in charge of the virus, and doing his best to ignore everything about it. I, by the way, got my first vaccine hit today, and I'm extremely happy that the government is now able to turn to these things, and so I appreciate this. But this is called Cemetery, and you can tell by the name. It's a light-hearted, happy song, and this is to be sung somewhere on Broadway by Trump. I know you're angry. I know you're broke. I know you love your American freedom, searching for a smile and a Coke. I know you're tired, and there are so many of you, and so I'm preparing a place you could drag your broken body to. I know you're tired of standing. They don't give you the freedom to fall, and so we'll cut that rope of justice that holds you responsible for all. And that cruel bed of science makes it impossible to sleep. Doesn't take a genius to clear that harassment. Dig a comfy hole, it's yours to keep. lie down below the ground. A modern fallout shelter, only the best. Sure, it's cold in the clay, it's the end of the day. Stop your coughing now, it's time to rest. First I free you from the hard line of justice, I protect you from cruel science too. Then I free you to infect each other, and the nation is a cemetery just for you.
Yay. So I was either thinking of doing a similar kind of political thing or going in an entirely different direction. And I'm going to show a video now, something called The Information Age. And it's either a feminist song or a libertarian song or just some strange thing. So I'm going to now switch on over to that and that and this. But it would help if I shared the screen first. She threw the pistol on the bed and wrote his name in cherry red on the mirror in the hall while she made a conference call to tell them he was dead. She changed her clothes and hid her head beneath the wig way down to the bed. Witnesses who she had passed would tell the cops when they were asked, but she would vanish in the air. She didn't work for the corporation. She did freelance consultation. She wasn't shooting for a salary. Nobody would ever pay her, but she was really good. So she took it anyway. She held his cell phone right up against his face, opened up his database. All the world's a stage. It's the information age. The Someone counters full of cash. where she was sent to make a savage. She paused a moment in the hand for a quiet land. Shen proposed the day. She'd already made a date with the plastic surgeon's stand. She didn't work for the corporation. She was freelance and consultation. She wasn't shooting for a salary. Nobody would ever pay her, but she was really worth her. So she took it anyway. Goodbye to stupid little assholes. Goodbye to kissing all that ass. Hello to living in a castle. Welcome to the ruling class. Moving up to the She didn't work for the corporation. She was freelance and consultation. She wasn't shooting for a salary.
Very nice.
Thank you. You'll notice that the drums were done by Wendell Wolf, and he also played a little bit of extra guitar in there in the center, middle of the thing. Also, that was the first time I started using a keyboard to get some other things going on. So some of those extra sounds were me with absolutely no understanding of the keyboard, looking around to find the right notes and finding some stuff, and then doodling around once I had found them. So that was a new thing. I have a couple more that you'll see later on, if you stick around, that take a little bit more of an aggressive role with that. But that was the first time I ever played around with that technology.
Oh, great, great. Well, very nice.
Thanks.
Did everyone lay their own parts down independently? I saw that was 2020.
Yeah. When I gave the basic thing to Wendell, I gave him a basic idea of what I wanted, but he then worked out, his. That's why I put his name on it as being a co-writer, because he actually, did some of the drum. He wrote all the drum stuff himself. So.
Did you record it in one room, or did you?
Oh no! I sent it to him over the
files,
internet, and he got in his room and annoyed his wife with drums.
Yeah. Great.
Actually, his wife is a wonderful human being. So that was just the old sort of gender war BS perpetuation that I did there. I apologize to all the women watching. No, actually, and did you the role of the woman in this thing? Would you say she was a proto-feminist to take things into her own hands, or was she just a libertarian, or was she just an assassin? I'm not sure what she was.
It sounds like she was a thief, actually.
Yeah, there you go.
And then,
All right.
Other accoutrements.
Yeah. Okay.
Might
Cool. Anyway, I'll turn it back over to you now.
Okay, great. Thanks. This is fun. I'm really enjoying doing this with Max. Having going back and forth also gives you a break when you're doing this concert thing. Gives me a break anyway. And hi to Joan Keckley. I'm delighted from Cocoa Beach. I hope you're well. And with this mechanism, we don't see everybody else, so it's kind of a one-way thing. But we can keep the quality this way of that one way. But I would love to get this so that we have multiple folks that can come on, and I can see them too. But do write in something in the chat there, and let us know if you're there, if you're listening. And thank you, Joan. And Mr. Gilbert, Bob Gilbert, who we had a music project for many years back in Cocoa Beach, and he has gone on to become he was a masterful cameraman and producer, and now is actually moved from Merritt Island back to Cocoa Beach, I understand. So you and Nancy, and hi to Nancy, and hi to you. Let's see. All right. We will keep moving here. And here's one that is not too old. This is called I Didn't Know You Were Far Away. Let's see, I'm going to move this over a little bit. The way I have it set up, I can't see if Max starts signaling me that everything sounds like crap and that, or I'm upside down or something. All right. And, oh, Max, while I remember, turn yourself down a little more again on that for next time you come up. That was a little hot. Sitting on a chair, looking at the curve of your hair, you feel the cushion hold you up as you reach for your coffee cup. But when you stood and looked to see the image of your comfrey, I didn't know you were so far away. What's it about our attention as it shifts from some distraction through our mindlessness, tumbling through this world? We think we carry it, but you know, sometimes it leads, or it even hides. I want to draw you a letter, want to get to know you better. Thought I knew what made you laugh or what makes you great. But what is it you're listening to as you speak to me right next to you? Do you know that you're so far away? Even in nothingness, even falling dark into a kiss, even skin to skin, as time is still. Just where and when are we now? I'm here on this chair. I hear the cars passing through the air. I hear my breath as it enters, and I exhale as if to say, suddenly I realize my presence was just a compromise. I didn't know I was so far away. Whoa.
Yay.
All right.
So, I've written a lot of songs about people who were not necessarily reliable narrators. This is sort of along that line. It's about a guy who came to the big city as a fairly young man to find his fame and fortune and stumbled upon a keg of rum and vodka and whatever. And as W.C. Fields would say, continued stumbling for several decades thereafter. It's called The King of the Big Double Doors. It's a guy who gets a job working at the door of a nice hotel, and he gets a bit of a crush on an impossible woman. That seems to keep coming up in my stuff. I was sort of joking with a friend of mine today, said I'm no longer looking for women with daddy issues. I'm now looking for women with granddaddy issues. If I had a stick that could reach to the stars, I'd flip heaven over and capture your heart. But it's my job to hold open doors for you to walk through. From the limo and the lobby and the elevator, and sometimes carrying bags to your floor, but mostly just shining windows and brass. These city folks don't let you ever relax. You got the penthouse and I got the chores. Yeah, I'm the king of the big double doors. Now if I had a wheel and an inclined plane, a pulley and a wedge to get into your brain, then you might finally know my name. But I'm not sure we speak the same tongue. I'm getting older and you're still too young for me. You drink Cristal from a fluted glass. I'm sneaking vodka when I go to the can. I keep a second flask deep in the drawer. Yeah, I'm the king of the big double doors. If I could change what I've been drinking, maybe I could change my fate. But those TV ads, I've seen your face and tell me that's Courvoisier. You wear Prada, Rolex, and Cartier. I wear security blues and pepper spray. I keep an extra umbrella handy, you know, just in case, so you don't get wet between the doors, between the limo and the big double doors. Now my security camera, we got that hooked up online, and one late night alone on my shift I got high and I googled around and I found out about those 6 simple machines. Now they go back to antiquity. They're the lever, the wheel, and the inclined plane, the pulley, the wedge, and the screw. Well, anyway, you came in late with a new chaperone. His shoes cost more than some cars that I've owned. Yeah, tool number 6, he was spinning for you, and I just a wedge making way for a screw. Yeah, sometimes I wish I could be something more than the king of the big double doors.
Ooh, that's great. That's wonderful.
Headphones. They got a little excited and jumped off my head.
Ah,
Was the volume right that time?
yeah, it's still a little hot, actually.
Little high.
I mean,
Yeah.
the problem is just a little distorting.
Yeah, no,
But,
exactly.
you know, everyone can turn down or up, but
Yeah, yeah.
just a
I
little
keep
bit.
trying to turn it down, and it just keeps not being enough. I must have this nice, good new microphone.
That's it. Or maybe it's your headphones. Try turning your headphones up and your music, the
That
output
could
down,
be it.
the
Yeah.
signal down. That'll
Cool.
give you that satisfying feeling that one needs when one is strumming one's guitar.
Yes. Yeah, I think. Well, how about now? Is that better?
Yeah, I
Still-
think so.
okay,
That's
good.
good.
All right.
All
Let me mute here.
All right. And yeah, this is a treat. We'll go on for a little while longer, a few more songs. I'm trying to play songs I hadn't played before when I was back in Cocoa Beach, or I've done a couple other concerts. And so I'm trying to pick from a new repertoire. Um, Often, you know, the songs I play for, especially for Cocoa Beach, I wrote about it, but these are some others. This is called "Baby It's Time." Baby, it's time. 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 There's no morning light to show you the way. There's just your alarm announcing the day. Baby, it's time. Baby, it's time. Baby, it's time. Outside the window sigh the freeways, but baby, they sound like blind ocean waves. Baby, it's time. Baby, it's time. Baby, it's time. The sheets are so cool, the air is so cold, the floor is so young, and last night so old. Every step that you take is one that forgets. Each exhale you make is a dark sun that sets. Baby, it's time. Baby, it's time. Baby, it's time. Is there money enough? Are we currently friends? Whatever happens next, the present story ends. This moment is frozen, a photographic print, but you walk through it over, exposed and distant. Baby, it's time. No time for a bridge between me and you. You step out the door without an adieu. Baby, it's time. Baby, it's time. Baby, it's time. Baby, it's time. Oh, baby, it's time. Baby, it's time.
Very sweet, very sweet, very sweet. Nice, sweet song. So, in return, I'm going to do something that's probably not as sweet. I have some sweet ones I could follow it with, but
Balance this puppy. That's
no, that's very sweet. That's a very nice song. What I'm going to do now is sort of a love song. It's about when Darwin asked Karma out on a date, and it's the latest thing I made a video with, and it's I find that I like singing with my own voice over top, but not trying to do harmony. And then I played some other instruments and stuff on this one, and it's a video, so I'm going to switch everything over the way it needs to be. Internal speakers, input, output, and hopefully all the volumes are right now. I find that this seems to be jumping around the volume wise. But anyway, share screen. And I got that puppy up there. And actually, it looks like I need to share screen again because it didn't. Okay, well, whatever. We'll see how this goes. And here we are. Darwin asked Karma out on a date. Couldn't see leaving his luck up to fate. Karma showed up wearing red roller skates, smiling and spinning a tight figure eight. So he swooped like a finch and snapped up the bait. Darwin and Karma each watching for patterns, searching for clues from the past they can use. Two separate blueprints to fashion the future. Chances more likely the one who will choose. Karma's charming, the guards let her skate, sliding her ship through the museum gate. Darwin just follows along in her wake. Slowly the patterns unwind like a snake, thirsting for finches coiled up on a rake. Ego and empathy, others and his. Each generation's a takeover bid. Science and spirit, chaos and fate, changing and spinning through both time and space. Darwin and Karma keep watching for patterns, waiting for clues from the past to appear. Each one imagining quite different futures. With luck they might conjure a gossamer sphere. Shine up their armor should danger appear. Planning to shop at the souvenir store. He's wanting evidence tracking the score. She's wanting mysteries written in lore. Maybe a heart beating under the floor. And that's Machiavelli behind the cash drawer. End of the date and she's waving goodbye. His cheek is still wet where her lip grazed his eye. Feels like she's giving him wings for the fly. Sometimes the truth comes disguised as a lie. Karma has been known to take back the sky.
That's a fine piece. That's
Thank
a
you.
fine piece. No, I love it. I love it. And it's good. You know, there's some pieces like the one I just did is one that by the time you're on the third verse, it's lodged in your brain. There's a short bit in it. Yours is one of those pieces that for me takes multiple listenings, and this one of the multiple times, and I'm picking it up. But it's nice to have songs that are complex enough to go into that. Everything shouldn't be something that you would immediately walk out with.
Well, it's definitely a song for curious people, people who go, "What the hell was that?"
Yes, right. Well, it's done by a curious person, Matt.
All right, so I'm going to switch it back over to you.
All right, thank you. Yes, Bob Burns wrote a comment there asking, "Yeah, but is it art?" And he was speaking about one of my songs earlier, and we go way back, so he knows that I play on a good range. I'm proud of the range of stuff I do, and some of it wouldn't show its face here. So some of it would, and this is wonderful. Okay, this is a piece called Clearwater River, and it's one about, I think it's fairly straightforward, but written about chronic pain, someone with chronic pain, I think. Heart of darkness, body in pain, you went up the Clearwater River to the source to submerge yourself again. How many times did you sail through your room, tasting salt foam under a monthly moon? How did you ever let your attention wane as you searched for the stars through the clouds and the rain? Heart of darkness, body in pain, you went up the Clearwater River to the source to find yourself again. Sometimes it hits you like lightning straight on, and sometimes the broadside leaves you hurting or stunned, as if there were cruelty alive in this sea that caught you distracted where you never planned to be. Searching for self where you know you're alone, quiet of night and the threat of a storm. Steer into the foam, back to where it began, to catch the cause as it forms while you still can. Maybe only the brave will launch into such strife, or is it the drowned to reclaim a life? Your soul is your compass, and your need is your rudder, with your watch for your reckoning and yourself for your other. Where the sea meets the river, I watched you embark. I'm waiting here at your dock, hope your aim found its mark. heart of darkness, body in pain. You went up the Clearwater River to the source to find yourself again. Thank you.
I think
man.
that's the first time I've heard a song on that subject.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
there's room for it. That's why.
Yeah, no kidding.
You know, get kicked out a lot of beds, so there was room in that one. So I stayed.
So I'm going to play it. There's some stuff that I wrote a long time ago I have no idea how to play anymore because I haven't practiced. And I have two to choose from. One is called Some Folks Call It Love, and it's a video of a bunch of pigs suckling, and it's a nice song. And the other one is called White Sails on the Water, and it's more in the water range. Is this going to be our last time through?
Yeah. Why don't we do one more piece on here?
Okay, so I should probably do Well, I had someone who was all excited about this other song, so I'm going to go ahead and play it. It's called Some Folks Call It Love. I'm going to share the screen, and the graphics are kind of funny, but it's okay. Some folks call it love, like it can fit into a sound that everyone can understand, wrap our hearts and minds around. A gentle touch, a hungry greed, a sudden rush, some of us need. For some too much will make us bleed, will leave us hushed, entangled in the sheets. We can call it love, we just can't say what that means. It's like the sun is just a fire in the sky, just a machine. When fear and longing mix together in our blood, pride and anger drown our spirits in the mud. It helps to find somebody whose chemistry can rise above. Some folks call it love, like it can fit into a word that everyone agrees means exactly what everybody heard. A gentle touch, a hungry greed, a sudden rush, some of us need. For some too much will make us bleed, will leave us hushed, entangled in the sheets. Some folks call it love, like it could fit into a box and safely hide away with pretty ribbons and locks. When fear and longing mix together in our blood, with pride and anger drown our spirits in the mud. It helps to find somebody whose chemistry can rise above. Some folks call it love, like it could fit into a vow call it love. Some folks call it love. Some folks call it love.
Wonderful, wonderful. I've deeply enjoyed these, Max. You get it's great. I really enjoy playing with other songwriters too, where they're playing their own stuff, and your range and your guitar playing is lovely.
Thank you
It's
very much.
also very nice to play with someone um, on guitar who isn't where you have some chords that are open and not tight little triads, and your open tuning is something that I know open tunings open my chords up, and you do that lovely.
Yeah, I was forced to do that. I was playing a friend's 12-string guitar and tried to do a bar F and heard snap pop, and I immediately had carpal tunnel, and that was about 20 years ago.
Oh,
And so I don't really play regular tuning anymore because I really can't do it for any length of time without inflaming the wrist.
you know, my feeling is that when you have to do something, when something goes wrong and you're forced to change plans, that can be um, one of the best things for you because you know it's authentic, and also you're probably pissed and you work harder to work around. Well, I can't do that, so what can I do?
Exactly.
And that part that you can do, along with the edge that you can't, is very much a portrait of your character. I think it becomes out of one's character. I don't mean just yours, but that's some people give up when they hit the point of having a problem that they can't overcome, or you know, something that comes up that keeps them from expanding in that area. But when someone embraces that and works with it and makes that part of the sculpture, you know, you've got positive space and negative space, and if you work with both of them, I think it makes an individual's art. Or makes
I agree.
one's
I
arts
agree with that.
individual.
Also, the thing is, I'm compulsively creative, and I just can't keep my attention long enough to write the novels that I start. So songwriting is much more contained, and I can finish a song in a couple of days, whereas a novel just takes too long for my
Yeah.
crazy brain. Okay, I'll turn it back over to you now.
All right. And now that I have it, I'll do one more. Um, and I'm kind of looking around for one more. We've gone on past my A list here, but I'm gonna end. I'll end with one for Cocoa Beach that I wrote after walking on the beach there during my last visit. I think with Nancy, and we had an afternoon there. It was wonderful to get back there. This is just called Beach, and this must have been actually a couple times ago, not the last one. I see that it's over a decade old. Thank you all for listening and coming by. It's wonderful to have folks on. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't know who waved the souls of these travelers whose footprints were washed away. I can't place the glance from yesterday's stranger while walking on hot sands. I can't lighten the shrouding of days as the earth circles round without counsel. And I can't take the hands of the swept out who no longer float down this long beach. The waves curl around me to circle my waist and tempt me to open sea. The newly swept sand offers clamshells and clamshells like open hands. The sky overhead supports mists that are foam and rise to their sisters. So the waves, the clouds, and the sea are tamburas for we who are the melodies. I remember this moist wind. I walk my old footsteps. I slough off these memories, and the past still arriving. The vaults we designed have been filled with actual and specific histories. Paging through calendars, displacing goals with the actions we took. Dry and sand set to a crust where we played our impoverished and childish stories. Yeah, the winds in our faces were the tits of existence that charmed us along. I remember this salt sea. I climb on rope ladders, dipping into warm waters, and the present that's sleeping. How many clocks just keep circling without clouds of seagulls to carry them to heaven? I extend through long now. I lean on this heat wave. I leave withering shadows. My eyes closed for solace. Did I betray words that attempted the healing of sun-blistered skin? Did I remember the old as I became the new? Did I just change like a purchase? Did I desire the meaning in that which was absent but etched in my eyes? Did I construct the God that cursed at the man that the God couldn't help but become? Close your eyes and wait, to sleep and wait, sleep, wait, sleep. Close your eyes and wait, to sleep and wake, sleep, wake, sleep. Close your eyes and close your eyes and wake, to sleep and wave, sleep, wave, sleep.
Nice lullaby, nice lullaby.
Thank you, Max. And thanks everyone on whichever coast you're on or in between. And we'll coast this to an end now. And thanks very much. And see you again. And everybody stay in touch. Please send some notes.
And thanks, Robert, for doing this. Thank you. He did all the technical stuff.
It was fun. Okay. Take care, all. Bye for now.